Hello, hello, brands, hello. Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome. I am back. It's been a minute. I know things have been very crazy around here. The spring is always crazy at my house. And I am Mare. This is NiteMare Bliss. And spring is crazy. I don't even know if it's spring. We had ice and snow on our deck this morning. That's not okay. Anyway, if you are new here, welcome. I am Mare. This is my channel where I do unboxings, not as much as I used to. We're doing a lot of low buys now. I have really canceled a lot of my subscriptions. I'm going to do a separate video on that, so if you want to see that, stay tuned because we're going to talk about all the stuff I'm not buying anymore. And one of the new things I am doing is Forgotten Friday favorites, Friday Forgotten favorites. We don't know. We keep mixing it up. The 3 F's. Forgotten, but they're forgotten, they're Friday, and they're favorites. And that is coming tomorrow. So check in every Friday because there's a group of us doing that. And we're pulling out all this old stuff that, you know, we used to love. Like things come out and you're all excited about it. And you're like, oh my God, this new thing came out. And there's this thing with makeup where it's like we're always chasing the next new thing. Well, on my channel, I still like to do that. But it's indie makeup. Almost always exclusively, and I am really cutting back on that. I'm really trying to enjoy what I have. So if you're into that, this may be the channel for you. I'm not saying I won't talk about new things because I'm still going to, but oh my God, this is a mouthful. If you're wondering who the heck I am and why you should be listening to me, I am a retired makeup artist, hairstylist, esthetician, and nail tech with a little over 40 years of doing all that stuff. And I used to work in a salon back in Detroit, and now I live on a mountain in the middle of nowhere where I do it for YouTube because it's a lot more fun and I get to do whatever I want. And well, I could say I look however I want, but I kind of could do that in a salon anyway. Speaking of forgotten favorites, today is Friend Chooses My Makeup Look. And to lead into the Friday Forgotten Favorites tomorrow, I wanted to send my partner this week, if you're new, we do a thing on Thursdays called Friend Chooses My Eye Look. And it's a group of us on Instagram, and we have a little wheel, and we get matched up with someone. We send them 2 pictures of 2 palettes that we own currently. And maybe it's a palette that's new that we can't wait to try. Maybe it's an old palette that we haven't used in a long time. I always try to pull out, I mix it up. Sometimes there's a new one, sometimes there's an old one. This week, I pulled out 2 old palettes, and I was kind of excited that my partner this week, Nina, Missouri Mama, chose, do you remember this? What a buzz this was when it came out. The Kaleidos Club Nebula Angelica Nyquist palette. Here it is. And look, I've never used it. Never used it. You know why? Because I'm like, they came out with this, and then that was it. And then you couldn't get it anymore. And I'm like, it's collectible. I don't want to use it. But, you know, at the same time, makeup is made to be used, not just collected. I am a, how do I want to say? I am a makeup collector who is trying to let go of so much of the collecting and get more into the enjoying the makeup. So I was so glad one of my 2 palettes, Nina chose this palette, and then she chose 5 shades for me to use out of this. So my challenge is to use these 5 shades to create a look. Since we're doing Kaleidos, and I'm also glad she picked this because just this week, Angelica Nyquist announced that she has a beauty brand now called Songe. If you're French, Songe. Now, here's the thing about Singe. Okay, she named it Singe, right? It's S-I-N-G-E. Let's just talk about this before we get into this look. I was trying to figure out why the word singe. I know what she's doing. It's like singe, like it burns, like it's hot. Okay. I studied French for 3 years. Singe, S-I-N-G-E, in French, en français, le singe is a monkey. So it's monkey beauty. I'm sorry, Angelica, but I studied French for 3 years. Not only that, one of my favorite comedians is Eddie Izzard, who now goes by a she, her name. But Eddie Izzard was always one of my favorite actors slash actresses slash theater persons. And one of my favorite jokes they ever did was when they're talking about how you learn all these stupid French words in school, and you learn things like le singe est sur la table. The monkey is on the table. It's like, why do you need to know this? So every time, it's a running joke with my friend Jamie in Detroit, Dr. Jamie and I. Le singe est sur la table is a running joke with us about learning stupid lines in languages, you know, where you learn stupid sentences. So when I saw Singe Beauty, I was like, why is that striking me as like an odd name? And then I realized that singe is singe, in French it's monkey. So I'm sorry, I can't unsee it now. I can't unsee Monkey Beauty. I mean, which is kind of cute, actually. You know, maybe she could do a palette with little monkeys. I don't know. What is my hair? What is this? What is this even doing today? I don't know. Hair update. I bought more bleach. I will be whitening this more, although the pink is really cute. I do have a pink, as in the singer Pink kind of thing going on, which I love. I've always loved her, so that's cool. Speaking of Kaleidos, I will be using that palette on my lips. I pulled out one of my old Kaleidos lip clay tins, and I am wearing NU06 Pink Moon on my lips, which I know may be a strange color for me. You're like, wait, that looks pretty neutral. Yes, it is. I pulled out a couple of old things that I was playing with because I'm getting ready for tomorrow. I'm also just going to pop on a little tiny bit of this highlighter really quick. This is the Space Age Prophecy that I pulled out again, and I'm missing... Where is it? Oh, there it is! Okay, so Space Age Prophecy came out first, right? I was looking for this, and then this is Space Age Gifted, and this is in like a purple and green tin. This is another Kaleidos. So Space Age Gifted came out after Space Age Prophecy, and they are, it's hard to see because my ring light's so bright, they are different. God, why? I don't know if it's because I haven't recorded in a minute, but this is like seeming super bright to me. So they really upped it. I used a lot of this. I haven't panned it yet, but it's getting there. But I do like both of these. But Space Age Prophecy came out first, then they came out with Space Age Gifted. I love the Kaleidos highlighters. I love the lip clay. I think this palette is gorgeous, and I can't wait to get into this. I am actually working today, and I'm going to be grooming poodles. I groomed poodles yesterday. I groomed Yorkies the day before. I'm grooming a Yorkie tomorrow. In my time when I am not doing makeup and YouTube, I am a very busy dog groomer. I used to be a hairstylist, and then when I moved out here, I was a dog trainer for a while, and then I got into dog grooming, and I like the way the grooming and the training fits together because I do all positive reinforcement training, so I really focus on making grooming a super positive, happy experience for dogs, and I love it. We have a good time. It's nice. I've shown some grooming on my Instagram and things like that. I think I did a whole live on my Instagram where I groomed Lily, who is a white standard poodle. So today I am grooming Molliver. I love calling them Molliver. It's Molly and Oliver, and they are two standard poodles. Molly is black and Oliver is white, and when they come to, they always come together, and I call them Molliver. So I'm grooming Molliver today. Maybe I'll throw a picture up later or something, but they are so cute, and I love them. They're very sweet. So they're coming in a little bit, and this is makeup for dog grooming today because that's what it is. So I actually am not wearing foundation. I am wearing, where did I just put it? Over here. I put on this Lorac Light Source 3-in-1 Illuminating Primer because I keep talking about this. It's called Dusk. And I'm like, well, let me try it. And I like it. I like it for a no makeup kind of thing. And then I used the Milk makeup. This was in my birthday Sephora and Ulta haul. This is the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. It is super sunny out today. It's super bright out. No, I'm not grooming outside, but I will be outside this afternoon. So I figure, yeah, you know, let's throw that on. So let's get into this eye look. And Nina chose some very pretty shades for me. And I kind of already know what I'm going to do. And it's going to be a little bit simple because I'm grooming dogs. So I'm not going to do crazy lashes and all that. I got this telescopic lift again. I'm trying this again, guys. This telescopic lift mascara that all the drama was about. So far it's cute, but I'll tell you, I haven't been impressed because it seems to flake a lot on me. It flakes a lot. Like I end up with little black dots under my eyes. That is not okay for me. I hate that. So I'm going to try it again today and see what happens. And then I'll give you a final report. I want to use it like 4, 5, 6 times before I give a final report on it. The lift, the curl, all that, it's nice. It's great. It's a good drugstore buy. The flakage, I'm not okay with. So let's see. We have Firefly that I will be using today. Queen of Blades, Samus, Nebula, and Red Giant. So this is going to be a fun look. It's kind of weird because it's like red and green. Well, it's orangey and green actually, so it'll be pretty. I wish Gravity was in there though. I love that shade. I'm going to have to use this again. Let's see what else. Catching up on things. Yeah, so foundation is on. I just put a tiny little bit of blush, a little bit of bronzer. I really don't have a lot on because I'm going to be grooming dogs and going outside later. So we'll see how it goes. And I do still have the bleached out eyebrows. They're growing back a little bit. When I do this bleach, I'm going to be... Whoa, went a little crazy with the bronzer here. I am going to be... Holy smokes, what did I do with this bronzer? Might look good on camera, but ooh, in person... It's like, okay, that's better. I don't know what that was. Oh, what was I saying? Going outside later, blah, 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 sticking, oh, brushes. Speaking of brushes, so Singe Beauty, Angelica Nyquist, we'll talk about this while I'm doing this. I'm going to start with Red Giant. Lots of fallout in the pan, that's fine. Just don't want it all over my face. Whoa, that is dark. Okay. It's almost like a burgundy. I thought it was going to be really red, and it's almost like a really dark burgundy. Okay, that changes a little bit what I'm going to do then. I'll put this under my eye. Oh, I like that. Oh! Okay, I already like that. So she came out with brushes first. She came out with a beauty brand, and the first thing she launched was this set of brushes. And they're orange. You know, they're like an orangey... I just showed it. I just got this whole set of like orange and black brushes from Unearthly Cosmetics. Love them. I really like those brushes a lot. So I just got those brushes. Also, I haven't unboxed it yet, but I got another bunch of brushes. And do I need more brushes? No. I think if you're new to makeup and you want to try some brushes, you know, she has brushes out, but I would love to get them and support her, but they are expensive. I mean, they're a lot. I think it was like $60 or something, $59 or something. Look at me going, this is just going to be a really light, not too crazy dog grooming look, and it's already doing this. Whatever. You know me. This is light makeup for me. That was Red Giant. I'm going to take Samus, which is kind of this nice orangey shade. Blend it up like so. What was I saying? The brushes. Okay, first impression, I don't have them. If Angelica Nyquist wanted to send them to me, I would try them because I am a brush whore, and I am a bougie brush person. Oops, wrong, I just dipped in the wrong shade, crap. My favorite brushes are Blend Bunny and Lunar Beauty. Sigma is close behind that. I am very picky about brushes. I showed in a video recently, my brushes from when I did makeup in the salon in the 1990s. I still have some of them. And yeah, I am very picky about brushes. That being said, I'm not buying another set of brushes for $60 because as much as I want to support a brand, that's a lot, and I am more on like low buys now. I would love to test those brushes if she wants to send them to me and see what somebody who's been doing makeup for 40 years thinks of them. Just saying. You know, all this stuff gets sent. I'm so tired of PR going to all these people who are young, and I'm just going to say it. Don't know that much about it all, okay? I've been doing this so long, and I'm kind of tired of keeping my mouth shut about it. I was always like, let me really downplay my experience, right? I'm like, I don't like to brag about myself. I don't like to brag about my experience with makeup and all that. I'm like, I'm not gonna come on here and be like a know-it-all, because I was called a know-it-all once at work and it scarred me for life. And I remember telling my boss, like, I never wanted to be called a know-it-all or come off like that. I was just trying to, like, share my experience with people so they maybe wouldn't have such a hard time, right? But they took it as, oh, she's a know-it-all. And then after that, it made me afraid to, like, share my experiences and share things with people. Because I'm like, well, you know what, if I come off that way, that's not how I want to come off. I want to come off as teaching and showing people things. So that's a learning thing too. You learn that you can teach people and show people things without sounding like a know-it-all, or like you're saying your way is better. I'm not saying anything that I do is better. I'm just saying I am going to say that I have the experience in makeup and skincare since I started when I was like 13, 14 years old. My mom let me wear makeup and took me to makeup classes so I could learn how to do it when I was like 13 or 14. And yeah, by the time I was 16, I was wearing full contour, full makeup, all of that back in like 1985. So I've been doing this a long time, right? And, oh, by the way, this is Queen of Blades. I just took the 3 Queen of Blades, giving me the fallout. That's not cool. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. Crap! Okay, that's a little scary there. Okay, it looks like someone punched me, but that's all right. Let's be careful with this shade, because I just don't have time for this right now. I have time for, who has time for fallout, really? Well, I guess people who just sit and do this all day on TikTok and they don't do anything else, but y'all, I got dogs to groom. I got a job. Aside from this, I make dogs pretty, and yeah, so I don't have time for fallout. But yeah, I've downplayed my experience, and now since I've really been speaking out a little more and sharing a lot of that and taking, you know, I should be proud of it. I should be proud that I've been doing this long, and that I'm still doing makeup, and I'm still loving makeup, and it's a lifelong love of mine, right? So I should be really happy about it and proud about it. And I'm kind of mad at myself for, you know, downplaying all of that. So I ain't doing that anymore. So, y'all companies, if you see this, why are you not sending PR to someone who actually knows and has experience and has lifelong experience? It's like, you know, these people who, these younger content creators, they're going to get PR, right? And they're just going to be so excited to get PR that they're going to be like, they're going to be trying to be honest, but really, what are you comparing it to? How old are you? No, I'm not youth shaming. Let's not youth shame, okay? We don't shame anyone here. Let's not youth shame. Even though we get age shamed all the time. But let's not youth shame. All right. So, oh, I'm putting Firefly, which is gorgeous, by the way, over all of this. Like so. It's kind of doing what I wanted it to do. This was almost exactly how I imagined this look. So, that's cool. But let's not youth shame. But at the same time, you know, these brands have to realize if they're sending PR to people who are just, they're online. They have never worked in a salon. They have never done makeup on anyone but themselves. And, you know, and Robert Welsh, I'm looking at you. He knows what I'm talking about. He always says it like it is. Robert Welsh is one of the honest ones. He's like, he does makeup on other people. He does makeup on people in day-to-day, everyday settings, whatnot, you know, all of that. And that's what I used to do. I used to do bridal makeup, mostly bridal and proms and special events, things like that. I did do a couple of extreme makeup, like competitions and things that were really, really fun. Those were pretty cool. One day I'll share the picture. I have a photo I did, and I did the hair and makeup and everything and the whole outfit for all of that. And I had a model, so I did the model, and I think I was in the salon for 8 to 10 hours getting her ready for the show. It was crazy. And then I found out the whole thing was a popularity contest and no one knew who I was, so it didn't matter anyway, so that kind of sucked. That's one of those things you learn along the way. Wow, this is actually coming out pretty nice, huh? I do have to fix under my eyes, though, because some mess going on under there. But yeah, I really challenge some of these brands. If you're watching all these things where people are like, oh, nobody does honest reviews. Well, there's another thing, too, called not just an honest review, but an experienced review. Like, why don't you have someone experience your product and use your product and test your product and use it like I'm going to be using this going to work all day, grooming dogs. Why don't you have someone test your product who actually is a real person, but not only a real person, but a real person who, say, maybe worked in a salon for years and did makeup in salons and did makeup on other people and has 40 years of experience and has tried every product under the sun. Makes me mad when Jeffree Star's like, I've tried everything. I'm like, bish, talk to me when you're 54. But yeah. Okay, I am very much liking this. Hold on one second, I'm going to throw some mascara on. I am back, and oh my god, I love this look. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm bitchy about all the PR stuff, but I'm just saying, look at this face. Look at this face. How many 54-year-olds look like this? Hello, hello. Brands, hello. And I'm not just saying, here's the thing. I have money to buy makeup, clearly. Have you seen my palette collection of 500 palettes? I have money to buy makeup. I have money to buy brushes. That's why I like doing this too, because I like sharing all this with you and saying, here's what's good, here's what isn't. I wasted my money, so you don't have to. My grooming money, our retirement money. Why am I doing this? I don't know. But I do really like this look a lot. Normally, I would have done a much crazier lip or something more extreme, but I love the eyeshadow colors. Nina knocked it out of the park with this eyeshadow color choice. I really like this a lot, especially with the hair. I love having the blonde hair now, so I can wear any makeup color. Plus, hi, wigs. I have a huge wig collection, so you may see me from time to time in crazy colored wigs, but probably not, because I'm loving my mohawk right now. And I cannot wait to bleach this again tonight, because I want this white. And I bought some really good toner too, that my blonde people out there, I'm going to test some new toners. I got new toners that I've never seen before, and I'm really curious. I'm very picky. I used to specialize in salons. I used to specialize in bleaches and getting hair super white. And I had a whole bunch of clients who had white platinum hair and different shades of ash blondes and all that. And we hated yellow. So I was all about getting the yellow out of there. Did that for years. And God, I had clients that I did for decades that I did white blondes. And mine was white blonde. A lot of my life it's been white blonde. Just noticed I have these really cool eyelashes stuck to my mirror here. I think these are the Penelope's Tears. But I did not put lashes on because I'm grooming dogs, and I'm actually hoping that dog hair doesn't stick to this lip clay. It might. And it's on my teeth. Oh no. Okay, get off my teeth. All right, there we go. That should be good. So what was I saying? So yeah, in closing, I've been all over the place this morning. It's weird when I'm going to be working. My brain is like somewhere else already. But yeah, I challenge any brands to, if you want to ride that wave of honest reviews, and you shouldn't just look for honest reviews, you should look for reviews by people who have experience. And I think it's time for us to end all the ageism in the beauty industry and the ageism in the hair industry and the ageism in general. I am Gen X. I was out partying and having fun when grunge started. I was one of the original goth kids in Michigan back in the mid-'80s. I had a mohawk in the mid-'80s in Michigan. I was a punk goth kid in Michigan, which was not popular, trust me. Punk and goth was not big in the Midwest in the 80s. I had a rough time. But I'm very proud of where I've been and what I've survived through and where I'm going. So thank you for being on the journey with me, and we'll see how this holds up. I love the foundation though. Doesn't it look like I'm wearing like total foundation? And I'm not. It's just this Milk Makeup SPF Sunshine Skin Tint. And I think I got the lightest one that they make. And I showed this, if you want to see it, I'll put a little card at the end here. It was in my Sephora birthday haul, like I said, but it has a little glass roller ball on it, and you roll it on. And it rolls on kind of streaky, but what I did was I just blended it all over, just like a sunscreen. And again, I have the Lorac Light Source 3-in-1 under it. I love, I'm going to scooch up here. Look at the lashes, though. So this is the Telescopic Lift Mascara again. I have no false eyelashes on. This is just the mascara. And I love the eyeshadow colors, and I love all the Kaleidos I'm wearing. I will have a list later on. It'll probably be a little bit later because I have to work. So I'm going to come back and put everything that was on my face. Oh, and I did use also for my Sephora haul the Electric Empire Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. I just use it just a little inside my waterline and on the inner corners because it's like this really cool turquoisey metallic blue that looks nice with the green. Make sure you check out everybody in the list below and see everybody's makeup looks. In our little happy little merry band of Friend Chooses My Makeup look people. So this was the Angelica Nyquist. Wait, I have to show you the eyes. Pose for thumbnail. If you're here for serious, no. Have you seen my banner? It says, you know, it ain't all that serious. It's makeup. It's not brain surgery. We're not curing cancer here. It's makeup. Okay. So everybody needs to take a seat and relax and just enjoy it and have fun. I know some people are like, this is my job. This is my life. It's makeup. Yeah, it was my job in life too. For decades. It was how I paid my bills. It's why I had no medical insurance for years. Honestly, people ask me why I stopped working in the salon. There's two reasons. I'll tell you right before I go. One was I couldn't handle the no medical insurance anymore. Back then in the 90s, like there was no insurance. It was just really hard being in a salon and having to pay for everything and paying taxes and doing all that and trying to find insurance to cover anything that I had going on, which is why my teeth got ruined. And we spent all that money last year getting implants for me and getting my teeth fixed because decades I went without insurance and everything fell apart. The other reason is because I relocated from Detroit to Pennsylvania, and when I wrote to them to say, can I transfer my license, they said, you have to go back to school for 500 more hours. And I said, I'm in my 40s, screw that, I'm not doing that, I will do something new. And I just took it as a thing of this is a time to go somewhere new in my life. I'm moving to a new part of the country. I'm doing something completely different. And I fell into dog training and dog grooming from working in salons and doing it. It was so weird, but I love it. I love what I do now. I still do hair for my friends and family. And I like doing makeup. I'll do makeup for friends and things like that. I've had people here in Pennsylvania offer me jobs saying, do you want to come be a makeup artist for us or do skincare? They want to hire me as an esthetician because, I know all about skincare. I've been taking care of this face my whole life. And it's good genes. It's good genetics too. But I am a skincare fanatic. And I'm really into proper skincare. And I actually considered doing this as a skincare channel. And I'm like, no, it's niche. You know, I like to talk about everything in my life. So that being said, if you like all kinds of crazy stuff, not just makeup, but how makeup is a part of our lives and how it weaves itself in and out of our lives at different times. Sometimes we don't wear makeup for a long time. Or then all of a sudden we do again. And my passion kind of re-sparked in it a few years ago. That's when I started uploading on this channel regularly. And it's really exciting to me as someone who did makeup back in the 90s when we didn't have a lot of stuffs. We didn't have a lot of choices. I mean, MAC was around. Urban Decay and Hard Candy, they were like little tiny indie brands. They were the original, I call them the original indies. and I use those, and I still have my original hard candy eye palette from 20 years ago, which is pretty cool. A little over 20 years ago. But yeah, it's exciting to see. People don't realize how far makeup has come. Unless you're someone like me in your late 40s, 50s, 60s, you know how far makeup has come. You kids today, you don't know how good you have it. There are so many choices. There's so many amazing products. So for me, this is like getting back into it again. It's like I'm an old school makeup artist who now I'm like a kid let loose in a candy store going, look at all this amazing stuff they have now. Let's play with it. So hopefully you enjoy that. I have a little side note at the end. Everybody who made it to the end, remember I had my people in my live who I said, if you make it to the end, send me an email. Your gifts, I did giveaways in that video, in this live. I'm going to be doing more lives, so stay tuned for the lives. I am going to be sending everything out hopefully in the next couple of days. It's more like I'm waiting for things. I ordered a few things online and I'm waiting for things to get here and such, like maybe some candles, maybe some stuff like that. So I'm waiting for everything to arrive, and I need to pack everything up all at once. I have all the addresses. As soon as everything gets mailed out, either Friday or Monday, look for your tracking numbers in your emails and in your instant messages. And yes, I do love giving away things on my channel. I will have well, it's supposed to be my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, but we blew by that. So it's going to be my 1,100 subscriber giveaway. It's going to be huge. So if you like pretty with a side of spooky, you're in the right place. I will see you in the next video. Be sure to check out everybody below. And I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.